Before you start looking at houses, there's an important first step you need to take. What's up, everyone? It's Chris Madden, and today I want to talk about pre-approval and pre-qualification. Really what they are is it's essentially your license to go out and start house hunting. Any realtor that you talk to is going to ask, have you been pre-qualified, have you been pre-approved? So in order to do that, talk to a lender, and what they're going to do is they're going to ask for your name, date of birth, social security number. They're going to ask some employment questions, essentially all the things that they would need to go ahead, get a file started, and pull credit. There's two differences between the two, pre-approval and pre-qualification. The biggest one being a pre-approval means that you have sent your lender all your income docs, right? So that's your pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, driver's license. You've sent them everything, right? And you've sent it to underwriting, and everything has been verified, right? So that's a pre-approval. Where a pre-qualification is the lender is just going off of what you're saying, right? So you've told them that you make, the $75,000 per year. You have $10,000 in the bank, but nothing has been verified. When you're going to submit your offer, that pre-approval, since everything has been verified by the lender, that's going to be considered a stronger offer versus a pre-qualification where nothing's been verified. So if you're trying to be really competitive in a competitive market, you're probably going to want to try and get a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification. Now, in this really competitive market, houses come on the market and they have multiple offers within the same day, right? So maybe you don't have time to get your income docs together and send to the lender for a pre-approval. In that case, what's faster is probably pre-qualification, right? So since nothing's being verified, the lender can issue a pre-qualification very quickly, barring that they get all their questions answered and that credit comes out okay, that they're able to issue that pre-qualification letter a lot faster than they would be able to issue a pre-approval. So if you're kind of in a time crunch with a house that just came on the market, you really want to put an offer in because offers are due 5 o'clock on Saturday or whatever it is, you probably want to go for the pre-qualification. That way you can move forward with the house. If you get your offer accepted, you can proceed, because pre-qualification and a pre-approval is going to tell you ultimately what you can afford and what you can't afford. So now I kind of want to jump into my process and kind of how I work. Let's say that you are ready to move forward on buying a house and you need to talk to a lender. So you call me up, you say, hey Chris, I'm ready to start the house hunting process. I don't know what to do. So I'm going to tell you the first step is to get pre-qualified. In order to do that, what I usually like to do is I have an initial conversation with you, kind of figure out what your goals are, what you're looking to do, what area you're looking in. And what I'll do is I'll send you a link to my app. You can download that app, and on that app, it's going to ask you kind of what I mentioned before in this video is name, date of birth, social security number, a few other questions. And once you submit that, I get a notification, and at that time is when I go ahead and pull credit. I look at everything on your file that you submitted. And then I always like to hop back on the phone with you and kind of go through some numbers. We'll kind of play around and kind of have some fun with it, right? So if you're looking at a $200,000 house, here's where you can expect your payment to be. Here's where you can expect your cash to close to be. And we'll kind of back into where you're comfortable in terms of the payment and the cash to close, because you might be able to afford a $300,000 house, but you might not like that payment. So I always try to like to have a conversation with you to try and figure out where you're most comfortable in terms of the payment and the cash to close, which is the total number you have to come and close it with. So if you have any other questions on getting pre-approved or getting pre-qualified, click the link below. You can shoot me a message. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.